Hello, my name is Brina Panetta, and this is my patient Tally. Can I touch you today?
Yes.
Okay, perfect, thank you. So we're going to start off in the eyes of the knee, and we're going to go up to the femur. So this is the femur up here, and this is the femoral shaft. And then behind the femur, there on the shaft, is something called a linear aspera, and that's like a small ridge on the back of the shaft. So moving back up to the eyes of the knee, we're going to move to the condyles of the femur, and then the epicondyles. And if I move up slightly on my lateral side, there is the abductor tubercle. And then we're going to go back to the eyes of the knee, and then here's the patella. This is the medial border of the patella, and this is the lateral border. Right here is the base, and up right here is the apex. And then next up we have the tibial plateau, which is right here. And then we have the tibia. Best way to do this. So we have the tibia, and then this is the tibial shaft. This is the condyles of the tibia. And then this is a medial condyle, and this is a lateral condyle, also known as Gerdy's tubercle. And then underneath here, we have the pes anserine, which is underneath here. And then moving on to the femur, fibula, we're going to find the head of the fibula right underneath here. And then slightly above the head of the fibula. And then slightly above that is the apex. And then this is the shaft of the fibula. Up top here, we're going to move back to the knee, the eyes of the knee. And then we have the prepatella bursa up top. And then we have the suprapatella bursa. We have the infrapatella bursa. And then we have the pes anserine bursa. And then underneath the kneecap, we have something called a fat pad. Also on the medial side, we have the medial collateral ligament, which protects against a valgus force. And then we have the lateral collateral ligament on this side, which protects against a vargus force. And then behind the knee, we have the popliteal space, which is behind the knee. Sure. We also have the tibial tuberosity right here. And then above that, we have the patellar tendon. And then above that, we have the quadriceps tendon. Okay. So next, we're going to go to the muscles. And so first, we have the sartorius, and that originates on the superior, the anterior superior iliac spine, and it goes across and under to the pes anserine. And so it originates on the anterior superior iliac spine, and then originates on the pes anserine, and then its movement is it's responsible for knee flexion and internal tibial rotation. And then next up we have the the rectus femoris, and that originates on the the anterior inferior iliac spine, and then it originates on the patellar tendon, and it's responsible for knee extension. And yeah, moving on, we're going to go to the vastus medialis, the vastus lateralis, and that's on the side. And that originates on the intertrochanteric line in the greater trochanter, and then it originates on the that's where it originates, and then it inserts with the next three on the tibial tuberosity via the patella tendon. Oh, the one before this, the rectus femoris, that inserts upon the tibial tuberosity as well. And so going back to the vastus, so next up we have vastus medialis, which is on this side, and that originates on the intertrochanteric line and the linear aspera, which is behind the femur. So that's where it originates, and then it inserts in the same place again at the patellar tendon. The tibial tuberosity via the patella tendon. And then finally we have the vastus intermedialis, which originates on the proximal 2/3 of the femur, and then that also goes down to the that also inserts at the tibial tuberosity via the patella tendon. And all three of those, the last three that I just said, all the vastus, they're all responsible for knee extension. So next up we have the biceps femoris, and that has two heads, the long head and the short head. And so starting with the long head, that originates at the ischial tuberosity, which is back here. Excuse me for touching you.
Okay.
And then also the short head, that originates at the linear aspera in the back. And they both come together, and they insert at the lateral tibial condyle. And then that is responsible for knee flexion and external tibial rotation. External is what's responsible for. And then moving on to the semitendinosus, that one inserts in the same place at the, that originates in the same place as the last one. So back here at the ischial tuberosity, and that one goes down to the pes anserine, which is in here. And so that one is the semitendinosus is responsible for knee flexion and internal tibial rotation. And then we have semimembranosus, and that one originates at the ischial tuberosity as well, and then that one inserts at the lateral tibial condyle, and that is also responsible for knee flexion and internal tibial rotation. After that, we have the popliteus, and that one is behind here. This is the popliteal space, which I was trying to show earlier. and that one originates at the lateral femoral condyle, and then it goes across and inserts at the popliteal line of the tibia. And then finally we have the gastrocnemius, and that one and the movement for the popliteus is knee flexion and internal tibial rotation. And then finally we have the gastrocnemius, and that originates right here at the medial and lateral condyles of the femur, and then it goes down and then inserts, so it originates here at the lateral and femoral condyles of the femur, and then it inserts at the calcaneus via the Achilles tendon, and that's responsible for knee flexion. And I believe that is everything, and thank you very much for your help.